And hello and welcome to another edition of the Kent Holste Podcast right here on YouTube. And if you clicked on any of the other social media sites like Facebook, Instagram, X, Truth, we're on LinkedIn. I mean, we're all over the place. But thank you so much if you've clicked on any of those links. Definitely appreciate you. So today I'm going to be talking about something that kind of popped into my mind, and you know, it's about the question or the things that we have in our mind of it doesn't matter anymore. I hate when people say that. It just doesn't matter. Of course it matters. Everything matters. I think the reason why we say it just doesn't matter anymore is when we're just fed up. We're tired, we're frustrated, we're exhausted from whatever has happened to cause us to make us feel that way. And it's sad because, you know, I think a lot of us, we just get so much in our minds from what has happened, from bad relationships, to where it causes us to just shut down. And especially when it comes to people that have been through a rough time, you know, whether it be with people not being honest and not being faithful, and people being in abusive relationships, and just people that, you know, just find that maybe there isn't a connection anymore, and they've lost all faith and all hope that love is ever going to exist again. And for me, I've been in that spot for a few of these examples. I know what it's like to feel like, where do I go now? How can I trust someone with my heart again? How do I know that things are going to be different this time? How do I know that I'm not going to get hurt? I'm not going to be misused. I'm not going to be used or taken advantage of, or you know, other unfortunate things that happen in bad relationships. You know, and I think with relationships, it makes it hard because when we're so invested, especially when you're married and you have to file for divorce, it's not what you wanted. It's not what you expected to happen. I mean, for me, I look back at my life and I never would have thought in a million years that I would be divorced as many times as I've been. I never thought that I would not have the connection with my kids that I do. You know, it's hard to go through life. It's hard to wake up. It's hard to pull yourself out of bed each day and to go forward sometimes. You do get that feeling of, why does it matter? It doesn't matter. Because you just give up. You give up faith. You don't know what's next. And that's the hard thing about life, is we don't know what's behind each corner, behind each door. We just feel overwhelmed. You know, I never thought in a million years that this is where my life would be. But it isn't all bad. You know, we have these times where we just feel like giving up is the final answer, is the best answer. But is it really? What good are we doing when we're saying it doesn't matter? What good is it when we say that it's pointless? We're just feeding into the negativity of that past situation. I was in that same boat, and I finally realized I was just digging myself in a deeper hole. The more I thought about it, the more I worried about it, the more I stressed about it and had anxiety about it. And as much as we feel, oh, I don't need anybody, I don't need love. Of course you do. Of course you need love. Of course you need that affection, that feeling of being loved. It does matter. You do matter. And what's sad is chances are these people who feel like it doesn't matter anymore is because they've been told things to break them down, to make them feel like they're not worthy of having love or having positive attention. You know, it's hard when someone's telling you that you're not good enough, that there's no one better out there for you, that you'll never find anyone better for you, that this is it. This is how your life is meant to be. Your life is meant to be miserable. Your life is meant to be down in the dumps. You're meant to feel crappy because that's just what you deserve as a person. And that's far from the truth. That's not even true. It's just a bunch of BS. These people who are trying to manipulate your mind and who have done things to hurt you are only doing it to make themselves feel powerful, like they have control. It's something that I've learned about a long time ago through therapy was power and control. People who want to have power and control are the ones that are doing the damage. They're trying to break you on purpose. Maybe it's because of how they were raised and how they saw things, and that's how they feel how other people should be treated. Maybe it's just because they just flat out don't care. They don't care about you. They don't care about your health, your well-being. And that's what's unfortunate, is there's people out there who want to be mean, who feel that it's okay to treat people miserably. And I look at people who say these things, that they don't deserve happiness, that it doesn't matter. And it breaks my heart because I know that there's hope, because I've been there. So my question to you today is, how do you try to tell people that it doesn't matter, that it does matter? How do you tell people that they don't deserve, when they're telling you they don't deserve love, how do you tell them that they do deserve love without them feeling like they're being pressured into getting back out there? Because that's not what the point is. The point is to build their confidence, to let them know that they do matter, that there is hope, that there is someone out there that is going to make them happy, that is going to give them everything that they could ever dream of. Someone who won't hurt them, someone who will be positive, someone who will encourage them, who will build them up and make them feel like they are relevant. Because for me, I didn't feel like I was relevant. I constantly gave every part of me as much as I could. And the issue is when I didn't feel that in return, I shut down. And that right there is where the problems began. Once you shut down, all the floodgates are open of that negativity. The people that tell you hurtful things, you're going to start believing it. You're going to start thinking inside your mind that, yeah, maybe what they're saying about me is true. Maybe I don't deserve happiness. Maybe I don't deserve to feel loved. And that's the problem. You have to believe in yourself. And even if you say, oh, I do, chances are you don't believe it. Because at the end of the day, you're still down. You're still depressed. You still don't trust that anything out there is going to make things better. And granted, there's people who don't need to hear it right now, right away. Some people just aren't ready to hear that they're going to be okay and that there's hope and that there's someone out there that is going to listen, that will understand, that will care. So where do they go? To find hope, to find that encouragement. No big surprise for me. It was going to church. It was my faith. In the midst of when people are telling me that I'm not good enough, God in the Bible tells you that you are good enough. Someone once said on this podcast, and he's a good friend of mine, he said, God does not make junk. God does not make not good things. God makes things perfect from his view. That's why he created the heavens and the earth. That's why he created man and woman. That's why he created the flowers and the trees and the grass that grows and the birds that fly and sing and all the animals in this world and all the beauty of the mountains and the hills and the flatlands and the rivers and the streams, the lakes and the ocean. We, in our minds, may not feel like we are perfect and good enough, but if you look in the world, in the midst of all the troubles that we see, there is hope. There is good. There is love. There is peace. There is understanding. Because it does matter. It does matter that people are out there trying to convince you that you're going to be okay. That's proof that people care. That's proof right there that people do think you're good enough, because people wouldn't be investing their time, their energy, their breath if they didn't think that having this conversation with you was not going to benefit you. Because to them, it mattered. You matter. Join in this conversation. What would you do if someone today told you it doesn't matter? Things are never going to change. It didn't matter. Nothing will ever be the same again. And that's all false truths. So talk about it today. Put it in the comment spot. Talk about the times where people told you it didn't matter and what you did to tell them that it did. What can we change to take "it doesn't matter" out of our vocabulary? Because it does matter. You matter. So think about that today. Until the next time we talk, remember to think and be positive. Do what you can today, not what you can't. And I believe in you. Don't you think you should too? And if you see someone who served our country, whether it be police, military, fire, or even the hardworking people in our medical facilities, give them a fist bump. Tell them how much you appreciate them. You never know how much they might appreciate that one random act of kindness. So do it today. And make sure, if you like this conversation today, please like, share, comment, and subscribe and ring that bell for all the latest content here and on all the other Kent Holste Podcast of family channels right here on YouTube. So thank you very much for your support. I appreciate you. And until the next time we talk, be kind to one another and God bless.